Hey everyone, Huion here. In this video, I want to show you the difference between the drawing surface area of a 14-inch pen display with 16 by 10 aspect ratio versus a 16-inch pen display with 16 by 9 aspect ratio. So this is the XPPen Artist Pro 14 Gen 2, and I don't have a 16-inch pen display from XPPen right now, so I'm actually using the Huion Canvas Studio 16, which is 15.8 inches. So let's look at the physical size of the display. From what I can see, the 16-inch or 15.8 inch display is slightly taller, and this is actually noticeably wider. So when I have this on top, you can see the 16-inch display is actually wider by one column of palette. I have already done some calculations, and the drawing surface area on this 16-inch display is around 16% larger compared to the 14-inch pen display. If I have A4 size paper on the 16-inch display, I can see the display is much wider and slightly shorter. If I have this A4 on the 14-inch display, I can see the length is quite similar to the paper, and it's also shorter. Anyway, both pen displays offer a good amount of drawing surface area compared to A4 size paper. Most 16-inch pen displays actually use the resolution 1920 by 1080, and this 14-inch display has a resolution of 1920 by 1200. So this display actually has the same horizontal resolution as this larger display, but this has more vertical resolution compared to this due to the aspect ratio. On the 16-inch display, the user interface elements such as the menus, the icons, the palettes, they are going to look bigger simply because the surface area is bigger. So this larger display has the size advantage, and this smaller display has the resolution advantage. So which one should you go for? Should you go for the larger size, or should you go for slightly more resolution? That is a question that is very difficult to answer, because from what I can see, the horizontal resolution is the same, which is to say that the number of palettes that you can fit onto the display will be the same because it's fixed by the horizontal resolution. It may not be obvious, but on this wider display, there is some excess space on the right and left of this artwork. And on this display, there is some excess space at the top and bottom here. So on this wider display, you will be able to present your artwork or the canvas space in this wider format. Anyway, the excess resolution may not be that obvious, so let me just switch over to a web page to show you the difference between the 120 vertical pixels. Okay, so here the visuals are larger, the text, the pictures are larger due to the larger display size. But on the left side, you can actually see more content. You can see extra lines of text here versus the header for the products here. So that's the advantage of extra resolution. You can see more content there. At the time of making this video, XPPen is selling several 15.6 inch and 16-inch pen displays. So that's the Artist Pro 16, $449 US. That's the Artist 16 Gen 2, $399 US. Between the two, I would recommend you go with the Artist 16 Gen 2 because the cable connection here is more secure, and hence the cables are going to be more durable. There is the Artist Pro 16 TP, Artist 15.6 Pro, Innovator 16, Artist 15.6. Yep, so it can be quite confusing when it comes to choosing 15.6 to 16-inch pen displays. Anyway, at the time of making this video, the best pen display in the 14, 15, and 16-inch category is the XPPen Artist Pro 14 Gen 2. By best, I mean the drawing performance here is slightly better compared to all the other pen displays. from XPPen because the new pen that they have released currently that uses the X3 Pro smart chip, that pen is more sensitive and even more accurate than before. Alright, to conclude, if you prefer larger visuals, if you prefer larger UI elements, then go for a 16-inch pen display. In this case, I'm referring to the XPPen Artist 16 Gen 2. If you want slightly better drawing performance, if you want an even more accurate and sensitive pen, then go for the XPPen Artist Pro 14 Gen 2. Anyway, unless you have two pen displays side by side to compare, it's very difficult to say conclusively that one pen display has better drawing performance than the other, because nowadays the drawing performance for most of the recent pen displays is pretty good.